Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making a chicken stock. The reason I'm showing you how to make the chicken stock because I'm going to be making several recipes out of this. One of the main recipes I'm going to be making is an enchilada, and I'm making some tacos, and I'm going to be using the broth for other meals. So I want to show you what I have in here. I went to the farmer's market and I bought some carcasses, chicken carcasses, and actually still has the chicken breast in here. And this is what it came. It was like $6 for this. And this is just the chicken carcasses. It also had some pieces of wings in here as well. I added 3 chicken thighs in here. And I also threw in here, because I didn't have any breast, because I wanted bone breast, but I couldn't find any. These were the closest thing with the carcasses that still have the meat in there. But I threw in 3 just plain breast in here. So right now this is just chicken, okay? To this, I'm gonna add, basically what I'm gonna do is throw in the cloves just whole. I'm not even gonna chop it up. I'm just gonna let it breathe a little bit where you cut just the ends and just throw them in there. So I'm just doing that. Throw them in there. I'm gonna I had this half onion already in the fridge, so I'm just gonna dump that in there. And then I'm gonna put this is a white onion. I didn't even realize I had a white onion, but I'm gonna use it for this. I'm just gonna peel it. Let me go rinse this and rinse my hands while I'm in the process. Okay. And I'm gonna just throw that in here. These are already rinsed. Just take the tips off. Don't really have to do that either. And I'm gonna put these in here. Whole. Just like that. I actually am going to add another onion head. Garlic head. And what I'm going to do is cut it. It's not a good knife for this. Right here to let some that and throw that in there. Spread them out. Peel and all. Because you just want the flavors. You're gonna be filtering it anyway, straining it and among other things. And I will show you that. But that's where the most flavors are. So you want to throw that all in there. I have a half a pepper, so I just went through my fridge to see what I had that I needed to use. I have a half a pepper. I'm gonna cut it in half and I'm going to dump that in here as well. Now what's different that I'm going to do, because I'm going to be making some Mexican dishes on here like enchiladas and tacos, I've got some guajillo chile that look like this. The dried chile is the guajillo, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guajillo. I peeled them, de-seed them, cut the stems off, just de-seed them, and I'm going to be putting that in here as well. But this actually has some really good flavor. I actually enjoy the flavor of this. And you can put more if you like, depending. I don't put the seeds because it just takes, these are not very hot to begin with, so it really doesn't matter. But I take the seeds out. And then because something or broth, carrots and broth, I put a couple of carrots. I had baby carrots in here. I'm just gonna throw some carrots in here. And that's it. You don't have to salt it. You can salt it at the end. I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt. Technically, you don't have to salt it till the broth, till you want it flavorful. Once you have the broth ready, then you just flavor it to your taste. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt and pepper. And this is full to the top, let me tell you. And then I'm gonna fill it up with water. You see how full this is? I need to fill it up to water to the max that it lets me, and put it in the Instapot, and I'm gonna leave it there for an hour and a half. And then just let it sit there until the pressure releases on its own. And then once we're done, I'll show you the results, and then we'll start with the meal that I'm actually gonna make with this. Okay, I'll see you in a few. Hi everybody, we are back. I already got the chicken broth out of the Instant Pot, let it cool down. This is the broth that came out of it. I strained it, and this is just the broth. I just wanted to show you, I took all the bones. This is all the bones, and peeled, not peeled, but shredded all the meat. And this is a bone. This is how the Instant Pot just does it. Literally crushes this. It takes all those nutrients out of the bones. That's why they say chicken stock, chicken bone, bone broth. Bone broth is good for you because it takes all that, and everybody knows that all the nutrients are in the cartilage of those bones. So this is my stock, and I shredded my chicken. Here's my chicken all shredded up, mixed with the breast that I put in there and the thighs, and just took all my stuff out. So we're gonna do this in sections because I'm making enchiladas with this. And I have put a whole cream cheese in here, softened cream cheese. To my softened cream cheese, I am gonna, and this is where you're gonna be like, what? You're using a packet? Yes, I am. I took chicken taco seasoning. Yes, I'm gonna use the chicken taco seasoning for my chicken. And mix it in with the cream cheese. And I'm just gonna mix that in. I'm also gonna add sour cream to this as well. And you see how softened it is? I'm just gonna mix it in and stir that in real good, and go get a cup of sour cream and mix it in. Okay guys, I added my cup of sour cream in here. Sorry you missed it. And I'm just stirring, stirring, stirring. This is gonna go into my chicken breast, my chicken, shredded chicken. As you can see, I have put some broth in here as well, left some broth so it wouldn't dry out on me. And this is what's gonna fill the enchiladas. This is the inside of the enchilada. So I'm gonna mix this in here. Oh, the goodness. Don't want to waste nothing. Okay, spray that all in here, and I'm just going to mix this. And it's going to become very creamy and yummy. See how it's going to look? Very... Okay, so this is all mixed in. It's a little watery, but that's okay because it's gonna harden up. It's gonna be fine. You don't want your chicken to be too dry. So let me taste a little bit. Very good. I'm gonna add some salt to this. When we're ready to fill. And that's it. Technically, I could put another cube of sour cream in here if I wanted to. If I want it more creamier. Which, maybe. But for now, we're gonna put this aside and work on the other stuff. Okay, I went ahead and added salt to taste to this, and I also added 1 tablespoon of chicken. I know it beats the purpose, but I really like the flavor. It already has that, it just enhances it a little bit more. But you don't have to put a lot. I just wanted a little bit more, more flavor. I'm not speaking well today. Flavor to it. I didn't put much salt to the broth, so that's why I just wanted to add a little bit more flavor to it. Here I have the peppers that I put in, the guajillo peppers, and I put it in the blender, and I'm gonna season this now. So to this, I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of oregano, Mexican oregano preferred, please. So let me get my half over here. I love this thing. Oregano. Half a teaspoon of oregano, 1/3 teaspoon of cumino, that's not cumin. So we're gonna put cumin there. I'm gonna throw in 1 bay leaf. I did not put it in my broth, which I should have, but I'm gonna put 1 in here. And we are going to add salt to this as well. So right now, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt. There we go. And I'm going to put a little bit of broth in here to soften it up, and then I'm going to blend it. So here I have a cup. I don't want to flip this. Look how beautiful that broth looks. 1 cup right now, and this is going to be our enchilada sauce, our top for the top. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this. I didn't want to move the blender over. I got too much going on here, and as you notice, I'm a little bit in a rush because my grandson's about to come, so I want to make sure everything's ready and I get this filmed for you guys. So let me go ahead and blend this, and I will be back. Okay, I went ahead and blended, and I want you guys to see what this looks like. It's very thick, so I'm going to add another cup and blend it again. And it actually tastes really, really good. Okay, be right back again. Alrighty, this is nice and blended. Ooh. Hard to open. Oh, goodness. Boom. Yes, this is what I want. And this is going to be my sauce. Nice and red. Let's have a taste test. I could taste that broth. And as you see, the broth is nice and red too, so it has that nice color. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Just a tiny bit for taste. Stir that. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna go get my saucepan and I'm gonna put this to a boil. Okay, got my thing on high. Pour this in here. Make sure we got all that juices and stuff. it could use a little bit more cumin, which I'm going to put another, let's put 1/4 of a teaspoon to it. And normally you strain this and you want to blend, but doesn't need, it's so, I love my Ninja. Perfect. This is why I suck with ingredients and measuring, because I go by taste, like what it tastes like to me. So that's why it's not very well for me to measure and stuff. So I hope you guys could follow me. And everybody has different taste buds, so you gotta kind of go with that. So I'm gonna clean up, and then we're gonna come back with our tortillas and start making our enchiladas. I am back with my tortillas warmed up. This is already boiling. I took a taste to it, and I'm going to add a little bit of sugar. I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar because it has a little bit of a bitterness. Not much, but a tiny bit. And it kind of helps balance out that bitterness. And I'm going to lower the heat. Another thing I'm going to do that you're going to think I'm crazy is nutmeg. Little bit of just a tiny bit. Nutmeg is very overpowering, but it does enhance flavors. So I'm just going to do 1-2 scrapes. I don't know if anything came out. Let me see. Make sure this is, there we go. Okay, 1 right there. That's it. That's how I know it did something. And I smell it now. Yeah. So just a couple of scrapes. And that's it. This is ready. This is really good. So I am going to take a little bit of this sauce and just a little bit at the end, and just spread it out. To my pan, so just to wet the pan. I'm not going to add oil or anything because there's, as you can see, this broth produced a lot of natural fat. Make sure that's off. Okay, so let's start. And this is basically what I did. Just a light. Ooh, this is hot. So to roll, I'm just gonna kind of wet this a little bit and put my chicken. And I'm using corn tortillas, as I said. And just line it up. I don't know if you can see me. And then I'm just gonna dip to make sure it's wet. I want to get that red. And then grab some chicken. And I preheated my oven to 350, which that's what just beeped. And just roll it. And it's going to be a little messy because the meat is, but I like I left my rag somewhere. And just roll, and just keep rolling until this is all filled up, okay? Okay, I am done rolling my enchiladas, as you can see here. Now I'm going to add my sauce. And we're just gonna put all of this yumminess in here. Now, you want the spicy, obviously you can add serranos or other hotter peppers to this. You know, I think I say this in all my recipes. I don't really like really hot, but you can add, there's other dried chilies you can mix with this. I love the flavor. I just like the flavor of the West or California chilies. Okay, and this, like, it gets red like that. Those chilies are red. And now I'm gonna add the rest of my queso. I'm using cheddar jack cheese, and I'm gonna cheese this up like you don't know. I'm gonna use the whole thing. It's gonna be yummy. Spread that out. Just spread it out. Make sure cheese gets everywhere. See that? And I'm gonna stick this in the oven, and we'll be right back when I start seeing that it's nice and bubbly on the top. We'll take it out, and we're gonna garnish with some cilantro, and that's it. It'll be enchiladas. I'll see you in a few when this is ready from the oven. Hi everybody, I am back. Oh, this was a mission. My grandson got here, so I had to leave this in the oven, and I couldn't really film, and I finally got him down for a nap. So the cheese kind of got her all, you know how cheese gets. So I kind of wanted to take it out the oven and have it all gooey and yummy for you guys to see. So unfortunately, this is the time I got to do it. Let me move this aside. This is what it looks like, okay? I let it sit in the oven. I put some cojita cheese on top. I have some cojita cheese here, so I just sprinkled some cojita and then sprinkled some cilantro out of sour cream, which I was really bummed about that too, because I used it on the chicken. I would have made a avocado lime dressing for it, or crema. So this is what it looks like. I made some rice, and I chopped up some avocados because I love my avocados, and this is the result of the enchilada. So let me cut into this and see that enchilada inside. You saw when I made it, and it was very creamy, very kind of, and I told you it's gonna cook up. See how it looks? It's very good. It's very good. I kind of wish it was a little bit more saucier, and more cheesier, served hot. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But there's our chicken. And just so you can see the inside, there's the chicken in there. Okay, no tortilla, cheese melted up. I didn't film the rice. I really didn't have time for that. But it's plain just yellow rice. I use my broth of water. Made it with some of my sofrito and onions and peppers. I just made it like rice, like you were doing Mexican rice, but it's not Mexican rice that I made. Maybe I'll make it and film it one day. Well guys, I am beat. I'm tired. I was trying to get you guys a good video. Unfortunately, with a baby around, he's 6 months old, about to be 7 months old, and he's very active. You know, it's all about attention, so I had to devote him my attention and kind of neglect my meal. But we'll do it again. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't post this. I don't know. Maybe I'll just redo it. But I'm still talking like I'm gonna post this. So, but cheers. I have to get me a drink just so I can mellow out, and I'm gonna enjoy my meal and sit down and watch something on TV, because right now there's really not much but the news, bad news, riots, and just a lot of bad news. So, yep, 2020. Have a good one.